Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Ark, here on the Ark United series. We are on Ragnarok. I am Mr. HickUp, and we got a couple different things going on here today. One, we're going to make up a whole bunch of spark powder because we do need to start getting into making up a bunch of gunpowder because I want to get into firearms pretty soon. So I've been working kind of on that. We got a little metal we need to throw over here. And another thing that I have kind of been working on, we need wood over here. So that needs to happen. We need to keep our metal going. Let's see here. Let's just pull 100 from the crafting table. That'll be fun. Get that metal smelting up so we can use it shortly. So I did go and collect us up some dodos, and the reason I done that is I really want to get my hatchery going to make breeding a lot easier, because as we have high level raptors, I want to kind of get a pack going so we can kind of travel and explore more of the map and start getting some more tames. But it's kind of hard to get a whole bunch of mutations and stuff like that without the hatchery. So I need 20 dino eggs to make the hatchery happen. That's not too bad. I just had to go get some dodos, and we have our raptors, and then we have our parasaurs. So we have some egg laying going on. Also, Dodicarus is awesome. Got our taming pen built up there. Got a lot of stuff going on. The next thing I wanted to start working on was the awesome teleporters. Now, I have flown over to raid the beaver dams, and so we have cementing paste. We have crystal here next to the base. I've been working on electronics, which I believe I do have 50 of now. Let's just look and see here. We have 60. So we do have all that going on. So the only thing left really, and hopefully we'll get some more on the way, because I want to make our awesome teleporter remote, because what that's going to allow us to do is travel from our base to an obelisk. There's an obelisk on a beach that I have in mind where we might be able to go and tame some tames, and then we can go back to the last remote location, which will be here at home. But however, I would like to also go ahead and get us a home teleporter going as well, but we're going to need more electronics for that. But before any of that happens, we need polymer. And so my idea for polymer is to simply go over the volcano area is just right over the hill from our base here. Let's see. You're doing pretty well on everything. We need to unload you on some stuff. Let's go ahead and pump health. I want to keep that. The metal doesn't matter. We want to keep that. Let's keep this. That'll come in handy, and I think we can drop the rest. Let's keep you some meat to eat, and now let's go drop the rest of this stuff before we head out. So yeah, I'm going to head up over to the towards the what's it called? That way. The volcano. We're going to head over to the volcano because we have the mantis over there that give organic polymer. And so instead of having to craft up a bunch of polymer, I figured we could use organic polymer. I need to put this sand in here too, because we don't need any sand right now. We'll just go ahead and drop most of this stuff in here, and then we can pull from it later if we need to. Let's go ahead and put that in our last inventory slot. And I think we're good. So yeah, instead of making up the polymer and everything, I just figured we'd take a quick ride over this way and see if we can't get us some organic polymer. Now, we need to get some orgies going on as well, because we do have the taming pen here now. Man, it seemed dark for some reason. Do have our taming pen here now, so we can start taming some creatures. Once we get orgies, we'll just fly them over, drop them in. I do plan on building another one over here next to it eventually. It's going to be a bigger one for bigger creatures, because wyverns and quetzals are definitely going to be a thing in this series, and so we'll be able to pick up the bigger creatures and drop them into the pen and tame them. Now, before we get too far, let's set you to follow me, and let's change your stance from passive to attack my target, because what were you? 130 female. Well, we may have to come back and tame you. Yeah, the flying angry peacocks are a thing. I'll knock you off your mount and stun you, and that is awesome and all. So I think we're just going to bypass some of these guys real quick. Did I go the right way? I believe I did. Or did I? This is not looking right. Oh, raptors. Knocked us way off the hill. I think everything decided to attack at once there. Yeah, this is not looking like the right path to me. So, let's figure out where we need to go from here, because I don't think it was up over that natural land bridge. I'm thinking it was this way. Here we go. Now, there's some organic polymer. And I think that may be enough for now. Yeah, it only requires 10 for that and 20 for that. We got 22 more of the electronics as well. So we're off to a great start. Wished I could find some more tech creatures. The raptors would be very helpful. There's quite a few of those that spawn as tech, and they would be very helpful to getting all of our... Oh, I don't like you guys. Y'all go away. All of our... No dickers. We're going to turn around and fight some of these guys, I think. Maybe not. Maybe they lost aggro pretty quick. This raptor is extremely fast. Yeah, those raptors would be extremely helpful for getting our electronics for the teleporter there at the base. Apparently I have not had enough coffee today. My brain is not working on all cylinders, I do not believe. But we're going to go down here and see if we can find any more. Okay, you guys need to go on, because I don't... They're pretty easy to handle, but it's just the fact that they attack in such a big pack. Thank you. They put you in a tight spot really quick. I'm trying to stay out of that. Because I don't remember, but I think that when the volcano gets ready to erupt actually turns into lava. And so you don't want to be standing on that when that happens. It's been a while since I messed around a whole lot in the lava area. I might go ahead and make us some ghillie suits while we're at it, because that would be very helpful. I need to collect up some poop to get these guys started as well. Get us a garden going. Well, I thought I might see some tech creatures up through here, but I don't believe we are. We done got into the snow biome, and I don't think we're going to see too many tech raptors up in here. Okay, would you stop falling, please? What is your problem today? So we'll head back on over here to base. We'll at least get our teleporter started. That way we can teleport down to the obelisk. And then we may be able to get us some more of the... Where's this go? Oh, there's a Rex up there. I don't think we quite want to fight him yet. Let's go back down this way. That Rex will probably eventually end up down here at our base, and we'll have to kill him or tame him or do something, but for now we're just going to avoid him. Now we can get back up going around this way. So one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about while we were out scouting around and getting into stuff was so as I have mentioned in a video or two before, the S Plus guy has started working on the mod once again, making some improvements. There's some changes that I like, there's some changes I don't like. But one of the biggest things that I have noticed is if any of y'all are having problems with it, most of the time when look at that. Most of the time, squirrel, when I get on, I have to wait a bit for the mod to update, because if I go ahead and load in my map, I'll lose my structures. So I don't know if any of you have any problems with this or not, but if you are, right before you go into the game, always look at your mods and make sure all your mods are loaded, because a lot of times Structures Plus is not going to be in either stack, and you have to sit there for a few minutes and wait for the mod to get through updating before it will actually pop back up there. Now it'll pop back up there in the right spot. And how did you hatch? Well, okay, I guess. What percentage are you? You should be on the feeding trough, so disable wandering, and we'll just let you raise up. I didn't actually intend on you hatching. Let's take this. Okay, I feel like there is an egg there, but it's not going to. Can we get the egg, please? See, now this is one of the things I don't like, because I cannot pick this foundation up. There's an egg there, but I cannot pick this foundation up to get that egg, which is kind of dumb. I have to break it and rebuild it. We used to, with the S Plus mod, you can pick it up whenever you want to. So, yeah. I'm not very happy about that. That's why I like to play with the S Plus, and that's one of the biggest features. And now we have a 30-second window. After that 30 seconds, it's just like base game. I'm not impressed with that. There's a lot of other cool features within S Plus. It's the reason I will still use S Plus. But that was one of the features I really liked, was being able to pick up structures whenever I wanted to. And that makes me kind of want to start using a different mod. I may use it on top of S+, but that's ridiculous. I cannot get that egg now without tearing down half my building. That's just nonsense. But anyways, let's go ahead and slap this in here. So we got 4 of 20. That should be 5 of 20. We need to get this organic polymer here. We'll grab all this, and we'll grab this, and we'll go ahead and make, let's see here, we'll make one of these. So let's pull that, craft that, and then I don't remember where we make, okay, we make Gilly here. So okay, we gotta wait till that item actually starts crafting before we can pull the next thing. Let's go ahead and make us an extra one of these, an extra one of these. I think we have enough to make pretty much a whole nother suit, but the chest pieces in the pants break on me more often than anything, so okay, well, let's go ahead and put some of this in here for later. We still got quite a bit left actually, and we'll put one of those, 2 of those, and there we go. Okay, so now we have us a ghillie suit in case. Hey, we can go over to tame us a horse now. That might be a thing. Hey, this might allow me to... Nope, didn't allow me to pick up that egg. Not happy. Hey. I'm not sure what happened there. It didn't allow me to pick up both eggs. So I don't know. Anyways, so what we're going to do here is, now that we have our teleporter remote, we're going to jump on this guy. We're going to go ahead and bump another layer of health. We're going to look, see, let's save all this, I think. We'll save the arrows, and we'll save the oil, and then we'll just drop everything else. I don't think all that chinting will fit in there. So we'll just throw it in here for the time being, along with the oil. And let's go ahead and we're just going to pull up all the charcoal here. We'll go ahead and make a bunch of gunpowder while we're gone. Okay, that's a pretty good start. Now, let's jump on our raptor now that we start having stuff going on. And so we can only do this once because we're going to want to come back to our last remote location. But right now we can go to one of the obelisks, but we want to be kind of picky about which obelisk we go to because we're going to go to this one. And so yeah, let's go ahead and go there. Now we can use our last remote location to get back home. And this is a pretty safe area. I don't think anything's really going to mess with us much here. But hopefully we can run up and down the beaches here, maybe find some tech stuff and maybe even get us some more dodos. I might do that off camera so we can get our eggs going, because I really want my hatchery. Let's go up in here and see what we see. It's usually, like I said, not anything too bad in this area, so we should be fine on a raptor. And look at here. We're off to an amazing start. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So for those of you that's not familiar with this, we'll go ahead and we'll grab some of this as well. For those of you that's not familiar with the awesome teleporter, I have made some videos on it, how it works and what all it takes to make it and all that good stuff. It's an amazing mod. Matter of fact, made a video not too long ago called My Top Mods, so feel free to check that out. It's got information on all the mods that I use, which I believe was 6 at that time. There's the cave. There's not usually much in that cave. I've built in that cave before, and that's something I will not do again. So it was miserable trying to get the resources in there to build. Of course, at the time I also wasn't using the awesome teleporters, so that would make it a little easier now as well. But there's usually bad stuff in this area, some raptors and whatnot, but I'm not seeing anything today. Like I said, this is a pretty safe area to kind of scout in, and this is a starter point. Usually you spawn around through here to start. Which I didn't want to start out here again. I think on the last videos I posted on Ragnarok, we actually started over here in Viking Bay, and the series it was going very well. I got a little crazy with the mods and the this and that and everything. I had just started playing on PC, and I was really gung-ho about playing with all the different mods and stuff, and that series kind of went crazy. But now that I found out kind of what mods I like using, this should be a little bit more stable of a series and not bounce around all over the place. So I've actually learned a lot from those very first videos. I am just really surprised that we're not seeing that much. We've been through here before, so things should be spawning in. But I am not seeing much. There's usually raptors through here. And I'm not seeing any. What is these on around the beach here? Because there's got to be some stegos or something of the sort around through here. Raptor, stego, parasaur. We don't need too many more electronics. Just a few. And electronics really aren't hard to make on this map either. Matter of fact, this point that I'm going to down here is very rich in silica pearls. There's metal all over the place, so it's really not hard to make the electronics. But we haven't made a fabricator yet either, so this is kind of a quick way to be able to get the polymer and electronics for making stuff. I find that on this map especially, I don't have to do all the work for the polymer. The organic polymer is amazing. I use a ton of it. And also with the organic polymer, if you use a stack mod, there's nothing that you can't make with organic polymer. There's no need to make polymer whatsoever. And I find that, especially playing on single player where the time doesn't go around like it does on a server, that the cementing paste is so hard to come by. This is a great place to find metal. And out here off of this point, if you come off the point of that, and I can't go much further because the water gets pretty deep here, come off of this point and you go out towards that rock, there is tons of silica pearls out through there. If you go through there with an anglerfish, man, you can really rack up on the silica pearls. It is amazing. And then, like I said, this is an awesome place for metal. There's tons of metal right here. I think in the first series, like I said, I actually showed off a lot of that, and we done a lot of gathering from this area. But I am surprised there's been no raptors here whatsoever. So we about ran out of running area. Hey, look at here. 23 electronics. So I think that's actually going to be enough. We should be able to make our home teleporter now. So let's go ahead and we can use last remote location, and that should take us back home. And now we'll be able to make a teleporter there at the base, and we'll start using the obelisk to travel to the different points of the map, and then we'll be able to use our teleporter to teleport back home no matter what. So because it's not always going to be our last remote location. Okay, let's just go ahead and we'll keep all that. That's fun. I need to check my feeding trough as well. We'll go ahead and make... I need crystal. Okay, well, let's go grab some crystal real quick. Because like I said, crystal's right here next to base, so that's not going to be a big deal to get either. But you know what? I did break my pick, so that's an issue. That's all the crystal I needed. Okay, so now let's go back and... yeah, I broke my pick trying to gather up resources to make spark powder. Fortunately, we only needed a couple pieces of crystal, and now we should be able to make our teleporter. Amazing. And so we will put that, where do we want this? Do we want it on this side of the house, or do we want it on the other side of the house? I need to pick up these eggs as well. You don't have an egg there yet, and I don't know why y'all are not producing eggs. Now ready to mate. Let's go ahead. Turn that on so we can get egg production out of that. Now, anyways, got distracted for a second. Yeah, let's go ahead and just put it right here. I think this would be a great spot for it. Bam. And rename. Okay. So, I think that's going to be about it for today's episode. Hope you've enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Put some information in the description box as always. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.